Hey, tonight, we're diving into the unknown. Not the afterlife you might have heard about in stories or scriptures, but something far stranger. A place that exists outside of time itself. You might think you're prepared for what comes next, but trust me, some journeys have no maps. If you're enjoying these stories, I'd really appreciate a quick like or even a subscribe. It helps, more than you know. I'm always curious where you all are listening from, so drop a comment with your location and what time it is there. Love seeing our little global community connect through these stories. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. We're going to explore what it means to take the last step, to walk a path beyond time. Congratulations. You've just woken up at the edge of the universe. The good news, you're about to experience something no one has ever returned from. The bad news, your understanding of reality is about to shatter completely. The first challenge hits you before you even take a step. The silence, not the peaceful, comforting quiet you might expect, but a pressure so profound it feels like a physical weight on your chest. You stand at the edge of a precipice, a path before you barely visible beneath a thick veil of shadow. The very air feels ancient, saturated with a stillness that seems to watch you, waiting. You feel it in the soles of your feet, a subtle, persistent tremor, as if the world itself resents your presence here. A foreign element in a place that has known nothing but itself. You are utterly alone on this threshold of the unknown. The path stretches out, a ribbon of something that is not quite solid, not quite liquid, disappearing into an oppressive darkness. It's not made of stone or dirt. It seems to be woven from the very fabric of nothingness, shifting and bending in ways your mind struggles to comprehend. The longer you stare, the more a disquieting truth settles in your gut. The path is not simply a road beneath your feet. It feels connected to you, a part of you. You realize that every step you take won't just move you forward in space. It will be a ripple through the fabric of time itself. You can feel it in your bones, the undeniable pull of something vast, something eternal. It calls to you, a silent, magnetic song from the void. And so, you take a step. The instant your foot makes contact, the world lurches. The air around you, once still, now thickens and shimmers, warping like heat waves rising from a desert that exists only in memory. The horizon, once a distant, stable line, suddenly folds in on itself. The path ahead no longer follows a straight line. It curves, loops back, and twists into a spiral that seems to be collapsing inward. Time itself begins to unravel. One moment, a second stretches into an eternity. The next, an hour flashes by in the blink of an eye. It folds and unfolds like the brittle pages of a forgotten book, each crease a new distortion in your perception of reality. Just as you begin to process the temporal chaos, a whisper brushes against your ear. It's faint, yet impossibly clear. You are here for a reason. You freeze. The words are not your own thoughts. They carry a gravity you cannot name, ancient, heavy, deliberate. You scan the swelling emptiness around you, but there's no one. You are still alone. The path offers no answers, only deeper questions, more profound confusion. It becomes clear that with every step you take, the world around you grows more fluid, more unstably. Yet something compels you forward. You press on. The further you walk, the more the world begins to fray at the edges. The air grows oppressive, thick with silence. But now, beneath that silence, you can hear things stirring. They aren't words, not in any language you know. They are feelings raw, unfiltered echoes of forgotten moments and lost memories. Images flash before your eyes, stark and sudden like lightning in the dark. You see a child laughing, her face upturned to the sun beneath a sprawling tree, the wind tossing her hair. Then, the scene dissolves, replaced by a lone warrior standing on a silent battlefield. His enemies gone, blood pooling at his feet in the twilight. Another vision surfaces, a woman weeping in a dark room, her face buried in her hands, her shoulders shaking with a grief so powerful you can almost taste it. Each image fades as quickly as it appears, leaving only the faintest trace behind a lingering sense of loss, a deep and aching yearning, an ocean of sorrow. You don't know if these are your memories, dredged up from some forgotten corner of your mind, or if they are the echoes of all those who walked this path before you. In this place, you suspect there might be no difference. You try closing your eyes, a desperate attempt to steady yourself, to find some solid ground in your own mind, but the images keep coming. Faster now, a relentless, unforgiving torrent. The weight of all these lives, all these moments, presses against your chest like a hand closing around your heart. Still, you force yourself to move. You have to keep walking. The path narrows, constricting around you until it's barely wide enough for you to stand. The air crackles with a palpable energy, a static hum that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end. You sense it, then you are no longer alone. A shadow stirs in the distance, coalescing, taking form as you draw closer. The figure is tall, cloaked in a darkness so deep it seems to drink the faint, ambient light around it. Its face is completely hidden beneath a heavy hood, a void within a void. The very air around it hums with an immense power, ancient, absolute, and unyielding. It speaks, and its voice is the sound of thunder rumbling just before the storm breaks. You are not supposed to be here. You stumble back a step, your heart pounding a frantic rhythm against your ribs. What are you? You manage to ask, your voice a strained whisper. We are the keepers of the path, it replies, its form gliding forward without a sound. You walk where time cannot follow. Where you go, nothing has ever returned from. A cold dread seizes you, tightening your throat until you can barely breathe. I have to go, you insist, though you're not sure who you're trying to convince. The figure raises a hand cloaked in shadow and the world freezes. You are suspended, trapped in a single, silent moment. You can't move. You can't speak. You can't even breathe. The figure leans in close, its presence overwhelming, suffocating. It feels as if the entire weight of the void is pressing down on you. The last step is a choice, it whispers, the words echoing not in your ears, but directly in your mind. It is not a step forward. It is a step into the unknown, into nothingness. As suddenly as it appeared, the figure fades, dissolving back into the shadows from which it came. But the path remains, stretching infinitely forward into the abyss. You stand at the very edge of everything you have ever known, staring into the ultimate void. The last step calls to you, a siren song from the precipice of non-existence, but you do not know where it leads. What will you lose if you take it? What could you possibly gain? You feel the crushing weight of every moment you have ever lived, every choice you have ever made, every breath you have ever taken. The path behind you seems to shimmer, littered with the glittering fragments of your life faces you will never see again, dreams you will never fulfill, words you will never get the chance to speak. You realize that every single step you took to reach this place was a step away from everything you knew, everything you were. But this step this step is different. This one will take you beyond knowing, beyond being, beyond time itself. You close your eyes, you take one final, deep breath, and you step forward. There is no ground beneath your feet. There is no air around you. There is no sound. The world, your world, disappears in a silent, instantaneous flash, leaving only the fading echo of your last breath in the profound silence. You are falling, or perhaps you are rising. It's impossible to tell. The concepts of up and down, like time and space, no longer have any meaning here. You are lost, unmoored from every anchor of existence. But for the very first time, you are free. The last step is not an end. It is not a beginning. It is the moment between moments of space where time does not exist, and all things are one. And you are not alone. Not truly. You are part of everything now. You are a word in a sentence, a fragment of a story that will never be told, because there is no one left to tell it. The path beyond time stretches out before you, endless, infinite, eternal. And walk it.